Hi everybody, Traveling Slot Girl here, and thanks so much for tuning into my video. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and that bell so you don't miss any more fun videos. And this video is about the 5 reasons you should go to Vegas. So the reason I'm doing this video is recently, in the last couple days, I saw a number of videos telling people why they should not go to Vegas. Specifically, there's a couple on YouTube right now that's in Vegas and they're not having a good time. They're complaining about the change machines not having any coins, so you get a slip of paper for 20 or 30 cents when you're cashing out. They're complaining about the litter, and they're complaining about there's nothing to do in Vegas if you don't gamble. Well, overall, the reason I'm doing this video is if you are heading to Vegas right now during the COVID and you have no money, you're not going to have a good time in Vegas. If you're going to Vegas with money you can't afford to lose, you're not going to have a good time in Vegas. Vegas is still fun. It's still amazing. I was there for 15 nights, 2 full weeks, from August 3rd to August 18th, and I had an absolute blast. Yeah, it's different, but the world's different. So if you don't have any money, don't go to Vegas. If you can't afford to lose the money you're going with, don't go to Vegas. You're not going to have a good time. But here are the top 5 reasons that I think you should go to Vegas for. So I was in Vegas again from August 3rd through the 18th. And this is the 5th reason you should go to Vegas. Number 5, there are a lot less people there, which I like. There are still plenty of people there, but it's not overcrowded. You can social distance. Yeah, everyone's wearing a mask inside the casino, outside. I was there for full 15 days. I've been home now for 3 weeks. I have been tested for COVID. I tested negative. So I was in Vegas for 2 full weeks and did not get COVID. I wore my mask everywhere except in my room, even by the pool, and I washed my hands all the time, and I still had an amazing time. So the number 5th reason is it's really comfortable. There's not a lot of people. The crowds aren't there, but there's still plenty of people there. So the 4th reason why I think you should go to Vegas is Vegas is really in a transition, and they just announced MGM is going to lay off quite a few workers, actually permanently lay them off. So whether or not Vegas stays open for the remainder of the year next year is really up in the air. They have said several times on the news that the people that are coming to Vegas are mostly from California on the weekends, and they will not survive with this crowd. All of the conventions closed, and all of that is gone. And will it come back next year? We really hope. But if we don't find a vaccine for this COVID-19 in the next year, Vegas might start slowly shutting down a casino here and there because they just can't keep them open because not enough people and not enough business is coming to Vegas. So the number 3rd reason I think you should go is that even if you don't gamble, which, gaming and gambling is pretty much a lot of the reason people go, there still is plenty to do contrary to other YouTube videos. All the shopping is open. So all the Miracle Mile shops when I was there slowly started opening, and by the time I left on the 18th of August, they were all open. All the higher end shops over by Area and all the canal shops at the Venetian are open. The gondola rides are open. The Bellagio fountain is open. The Bellagio beautiful it's like a garden inside their lobby is open. The laser light show on Fremont Street is open, and that's fun. And Fremont Street is open. The Mob Museum is open, and the Neon Sign Museum is open. And, there's the Grand Canyon. There's a helicopter ride. But again, all these things require money. And if you don't have any money, you're not going to have really a lot to do. Plenty of shopping, absolutely everywhere. So if you're not a gambler, there's still plenty to do in Vegas. And the number 2 reason I think you should go to Vegas is Fremont Street was a blast down there. The social distancing was a little tighter, but you could still stay away from people. I mean, on the weekends, it's a little bit more, but they just redid the laser light show down there, and it's amazing. And also, Circa is the brand new hotel casino resort that they've been building, that I've been watching them build for 3 years. It is up, and it is going to be open on October 28th for a VIP opening, and then open to the public on October 29th. So, going down there, spending an evening, there's plenty of food down there, and you can go to the D, you can go to Golden Nugget and Four Queens and Binion's, and you can gamble or you can walk around. And the laser light show goes off every hour on the hour. So it is fun down there, and just the atmosphere is fun. It's a very camaraderie type of atmosphere. Everyone's just really glad to get out. I've been locked up in quarantine for 5.5 months, and it really felt good to have some normalcy. Now, everyone was wearing a mask on Fremont Street, and that's what we have to do now, and it's worth it. So Fremont Street experience is definitely worth. You can also do one of those zip lining rides down there, and a lot of people were doing that. So there's things to do, and the Mob Museum is right down there too. So lots of things to do downtown. And the number 1 reason why I would go to Vegas, and why I did go to Vegas, is because it is so cheap to get there and stay there that I had to. So, and I have proof. So I flew Spirit Airlines from O'Hare Airport to Las Vegas for $17. I kid you not, my flight was $17. And my luggage was $22. So for $38.10 total, one way to get to Vegas, that's all I paid. And I went on a weekday to get there, and I got there in the evening. I think I left at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, but it was so cheap to go, I had to go. And on the way home, I paid just a little over that. So it was under $80 to get to Vegas and back home. Now the places I stayed, I'm a Diamond member at Caesars, so I don't pay the resort fees, which I get no one likes. But I got all my rooms comped wherever I stayed for 18 days. And I stayed at the Flamingo. I stayed at Bally's. I got 2 nights comped at the Cosmopolitan with no resort fees. I got a night comped at the Bellagio and 2 nights comped at New York. Now, all of those places I stayed, I only had to pay for 3 resort fees, and I was there 18 days. So I stayed in Vegas for 18 days for about $120. And I've never stayed at the Bellagio. I've never got a comped offer from the Bellagio because I don't, very, very, very rarely do I gamble there. But this is how desperate they are for us to go, especially during the week. So it was absolutely the cheapest time I've gotten to Vegas, and it was definitely worth going. So those are the 5 reasons I would go to Vegas. Now, if you're not in great health, or if you're older, or if the age thing puts you in a high risk, it's not worth the risk. But I can tell you, I had an absolutely amazing time. I ate some really good food at restaurants I wouldn't normally eat, because there's really no lines for food, because there's not that many people there, especially during the week. You can get right in anywhere. Even places like Vanderpump Gardens, which there was always a 3-hour wait, and there was no texting or anything. You had to wait in line. I would never do that. I got right in and had a cocktail. So it's definitely worth going. Be careful, be safe. If it's not worth a risk to your health, don't go. But I had a blast. I don't agree with anything that one video said about all the reasons that they're not having a good time. I think it's because they didn't have any money to go to Vegas in the first place. If it is your first time coming to Vegas, it is a different experience and you've got to expect that, but it's still worth going. You can still, the vibe is still there. It's still Vegas, and the employees were sweet. I asked a lot of them, because I do play blackjack, how they felt about coming back. They all were grateful to come back. They all were so ready to come back. And they all said they felt that the casino and the management was doing everything possible to keep them safe. The one lady said she's not worried at all about COVID getting it, and she was very happy to get back to work and start making those tips. And she said she feels like she's going to be fine. So, it really, the employees were wonderful. Everyone was just really in a good mood, and everyone's, glad to get back to some normalcy. So yeah, the shows are all closed. They will be, it looks like, for the rest of the year. And if you just go for the shows, there are no shows, but there's plenty to do if you don't gamble. And of course, there's plenty of gambling to do if you do gamble. So, have fun in Vegas. I plan on going back soon. I got a whole bunch more offers, especially at the Cosmo, another couple nights comped, and that's my favorite resort, overlooking the Bellagio fountains. It's a fantastic hotel, and the rooms are just amazing. It's very rare I can get a couple comp nights there at all, so I will be going back. So, stay safe on the Strip. Don't walk way late at night around the Strip. You wouldn't want to do that anywhere you live, in Chicago or LA or anywhere. So have fun. If you have any questions, please comment in that comment section. And I was there for 18 days, August 3rd through the 18th. So I saw firsthand what was going on. And it's still Vegas. I still love it. It still was so much fun. I had a lot of great memories from this trip. And, if Vegas starts struggling, they start closing more hotels because they can't keep them open, we'll see what happens to that town. Tourism is their only major source of income, and they have other things, but not like this. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get a vaccine soon so we all can get back to normal, and that would be great. So thanks so much for watching my video. Let us know if you go to Vegas, what's going on. And that's all I have for now. Thanks so much. Please subscribe and hit that bell, and have a wonderful day. Bye now.